got this. This is from Ripped Bodice, their surprise box. And my friend got this for me. So I have no idea what's in it. Wait, I'm gonna need a box cutter. It's got this really cool little, it comes with pretty little says you are gold. Sometimes, for no reason at all, is the best reason to get something. And it's from my friend Sheila. So, this says, hello, my name is Ultimate Revenge. Show up at the class reunion having gotten very, very hot. Well, you know, that's true. One needs to do that occasionally. So this is a book by Jennifer Green titled, Where Is He Now? Where do the men who dump you go? What is it with the men who are all over you one day and leaving you the next? No one has more reason to wonder that than Jeannie Claire Cassidy. After all, Nate Donnelly left her with nothing more than a note. Now, years later, it's class reunion time, and Jeannie is more than determined to get to the bottom of things. Of course, she's moved on. She wears a suit to work. She's had dates galore. But a woman's got a right to know. So she tracks Nate down and is shocked to discover that those kisses of his still leave her weak with desire. But one thing is different. The old Jeannie allowed Nate to call the shots. Now it's time for Jeannie to take control of her love life, because no man, not even one as irresistible as Nate, is going to walk out on her again. Okay. Well, that looks like a fun book to read. And during COVID, I like the idea of reading. Okay, Wicked, Sinful Nights. So this is a historical, and y'all know I love historicals. I have not read Julie Latham before, so this will be a good one for me. If he wins all he's ever wanted, reckless Sir Robert Hillard has one last chance to remain a member of the League of the Blade, the daring fraternity of elite knights that secretly raised him. A bladesman has been poisoned, and Robert must uncover enough evidence to hang the murderess. Oh, it's a woman. I like that. It seems quite simple, really, until he meets the red-haired beauty and falls hopelessly under her spell. She'll lose all she's ever had. He may be handsome, but Sarah oddly quickly discovers that Robert's no knight in shining armor. He's out to convict her for murder. Though Sarah vows her innocence, forces beyond her control are gathering against her. Even worse, she cannot deny her own flaming desire for this man who's so dangerous and so irresistible. Unless, to satisfy their burgeoning passion, Robert may have to sacrifice his only dream, but he'll gain something even more precious, Sarah's undying love. That's interesting. That's a pretty good premise. Barbara Freethy, Ryan's Return. A Heart is Called Home. Famous photojournalist Ryan Hunter has come back to a family torn apart by mistrust and resentment, to the father who disowned him, to the brother who betrayed him, to the little boy who shares his features. Ryan, the charismatic bad boy's son, has returned, stirring up past conflicts like a whirlwind and throwing Cara Delaney's fragile, passionate heart into turmoil. And love is waiting. Cara has struggled back from a disastrous marriage to build a new life for herself and her little girl, a peaceful existence now jeopardized by vicious small-town politics, by her daughter's fanciful ghost stories, and by Ryan's return. Now nature's impending fury threatens to expose long-buried secrets, and Kara must join with the enigmatic and misunderstood Ryan to discover the truth that will save their families, and to explore a dangerous, irresistible love as mighty and enduring as the onrushing river. That sounds pretty good. Sajini Patel, The Trouble with Hating You? These two people are so not in love. She'll do anything to avoid marriage, even if it means giving up the perfect guy. Laia Thacker is a successful biochemical engineer, takeout enthusiast, and happily single woman. The moment she realized her parents' latest dinner party is a setup with the man they want her to marry, she's out the back door in a flash. Imagine her surprise when the same guy shows up at her office a week later, the new lawyer hired to save her struggling company. What's not surprising, he's not too thrilled to see her either after that humiliating fiasco. Jay Shah looks good on paper and off, especially if you like that whole gorgeous, charming lawyer in a good suit thing. He's also infuriating. As their witty office banter turns into late-night chats, Laia starts to think he might be the one man who truly accepts her. But falling for each other means exposing their painful past. Will Laia keep running, or will she finally give love a real chance? This sounds pretty darn good. That one sounds good. All right, what else do we have in here? My surprise one. Oh, this looks like it might be another historical. A good duke is hard to find. Christina Britton. Can she trust her heart to this wayward duke? After her third fiance leaves her at the altar. Oh my gosh. This might be me. Lorna Hartley is beginning to think she's cursed. One thing's for certain, she needs to escape London and her father's tyrannical attempts to find her yet another suitor. The Isle of Sin, an isolated and idyllic retreat off Britain's northern coast, is blessedly far from society's gossip, but it also carries haunting reminders of her first fiancé. Letting go of the past to find happiness seems impossible until Lenora is thrown into the path of a gruff, mysterious, blue-eyed man who makes her pulse race. Next in line for a dukedom he doesn't want to inherit, Peter Ashford is only on the Isle to extract revenge on the man who is responsible for his mother's death. Once he's completed the task, he'll return to America, where his life can finally be his own. Yet when he meets the beautiful and kind Miss Hartley, he can't help but be drawn to her. Can Peter put aside his plans for vengeance for the woman who has come to mean everything to him? That sounds good. These are great books. Kate Bateman, To Catch an Earl, another historical. Working undercover for London's police force, the Bow Street bachelors serve to protect its citizens, even while they're falling for the city's most alluring women. Alex Hartland, Earl of Melton, never pictured himself as an agent of inquiry, but the thrill of an investigation as a challenge he now embraces. When he's asked to pursue the Nightjar, a thief notorious for reclaiming France's crown jewels, he crosses paths with the beautiful yet elusive Emmy Danvers. Their game of cat and mouse sparks a memory of the one puzzle he's never solved, the identity of the woman who stole a kiss and left him wanting so much more. Will he surrender his heart? Emmy knows how to keep her secrets hidden, and as the infamous Nightjar, her love for Alex Hartland is one of them. With the Earl hot on her trail and making her hot under the collar, Emmy has no choice but to keep her distance. But when danger threatens Emmy's life as well as her reputation, will Alex finally discover that he's followed every clue to true love? Nice. She's the naughty little thief. And we have one last surprise in my surprise package. So I am going to open that in my nice, you know, I don't know if you like this stuff to pop, but I do too. And this is a candle. Can you see that? And we all know I love candles. I used to use them all the time. Smells good. And then I would put them around my tub and light them. I would have candles everywhere. And then my Black Russian Terrier, and they have beards, would lean over the candle and catch his beard. I would have to try to beat him to the candles before he set his beard on fire. So I got rid of the candles for a while, and had to get the ones that weren't real, because otherwise he would set his little beard on fire. And now my little guy, well, he's 140 pounds, he's not so little, I shave his beard, and he's not quite as inquisitive over the candle, the flames, as my other one was. So I can now light candles again, thank heavens, and have these luxury baths. But thank you, Sheila, for my wonderful surprise box from the Ripped Bodice. It was so fun, and now I have lots of books to read during COVID, which I love to do. So this has been fun, and I love it. And anybody looking for something fun, think about Ripped Bodice.